It's week 4 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bengals and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So much for coming out throwing, as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. Jones on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That's actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it, right out of the gate?
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here we go. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. It's Mixon on the counter. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys are playing the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. Ready, hot!
Here's Tannehill. Throw left side here into the hands of Wesco, the tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 72 yards.
Well, to know what surprise. He gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and either slapping at the ball or the machines.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Hey, Can.
They run with a rookie. It's Chase Brown. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, third and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to run now. Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They're shoving his way inside the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Go.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Yeah, this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Henry again on second down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
They'll stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
They go play action with Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Burrow on play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. Mixon with a first down carry. to the 27-yard line. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
There we go.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
12, 12, 12, 12, 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Don't you do that.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return is Jones. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big, because
they're focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Cincinnati.
11 empty.
Now Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11 empty tank.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone.
Here we go.
You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
What did they call that on?
And they'll accept that penalty.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're out to check out another game. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdowns in that ball game for Javonte Williams. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Najee Harris, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 171 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they go play action now. Burrow. T. Higgins. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Brown on 2nd down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Brown hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recovered. They stop.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Another powerful run and another workhorse season in the books for Henry. Let's take a peek at his numbers. He's led the NFL in carries and topped 1,500 yards for the 3rd time in 4 years. In addition, 5th straight year with double-digit touchdowns.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Here we go.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Bengals.
Tannehill. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 94 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Henry up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
8-yard line. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to at least get 1 score back. Crosby with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Titans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus... Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back. Quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Mixon will try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Tannehill on first down. He dumps it off for Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. First and 10 at the
Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he will have the Titans first down, although it doesn't much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play,
So that challenge
ruling on the
not
field
successful
game.
there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tannehill throwing again. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. Breaks a tackle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
To throw is Tannehill. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Henry again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick. taking it in from 2 yards out. Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead's down to 24.
14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that might be Titan football. It is. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. And now it appears that the referee's been
Previous
buzzed,
play
and
is
we'll
under
get a
review.
review, and this being inside 2 minutes. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Back to throw, Tannehill. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
11-90.
They go play action with Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Tannehill.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing again is Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with some. Remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Running left, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll see Joe Mixon. He did it all for him last week, an absolute ton of yardage with a touchdown on top of it. It's the Bengals and the Cardinals. All that and more coming up next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jones on the return. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. This defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in there by Crowder. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Murray going to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kareem Hunt. now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy average about 40 points a game.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards on the ground. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out. Didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Here's Jones. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
And now they will throw it to Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the...
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his insides. Line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake. Still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Play fake. Murray. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw is Murray. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to, just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity.
And now the rookie's free. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bengals going to use... timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they go play action now. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
11.
Burrow will throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline.
Intentional ground.
Indeed, the flag is out. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome... Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
They gotta go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27, give him 40 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, Mixon, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's 2, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. His throw incomplete.
If you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers. CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they're going to speed things up here.
11 MT,
Back to Mixon on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 75 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
Gun.
Now Joe Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw, it's Murray. Finding Ertz again. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Jones on the return. Oh, some strong running. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle. To Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down moving.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long. Once
again, they run with Mixon. And he's He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running right through it, and he works free. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Mixon running right to about the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mix it up the middle. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mixon will try the right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. Finding Ertz here on the out route.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Murray now. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Get set. A gain of 19 yards.
A handoff to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. from 19 yards away. And the Bengals are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Murray. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Cardinals.
Murray now on first down. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Murray to air it out again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Murray again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.